I'm Gabe Rosa,
And I'm Casey Miller.
and we're presenting to you the commodity chain.
But to really understand it, you have to start from the beginning.
The first step of the commodity chain is the producing and harvesting of wheat, as seen over there.
Here we have winter farmers working with the harvest of wheat. Let's observe them for a while. Excuse me, sir. What exactly it is you're doing here?
We're farming for the winter market. What we're doing is we're harvesting some wheat, and yeah.
Working hard with the wheat. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell us about this process?
You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
After harvesting, the farmers bring the wheat and load it into the big trucks where they send it to the agribusinesses for further processing.
Now the truck that came from the farm goes over to the big agribusinesses where they process it and get ready for baking.
Beep beep.
In the factory, a group of machines precisely separate the individual wheat kernels into just the endosperm. The brain, germ, and rock straws are all separated out, the end result being a crushed mixture that can be used as flour.
This was turned into this.
From the factories, the bread gets transported to your local grocery store.
The consumer buys it, and that's how you get it from the farm.
To the table.
A commodity chain is a process used by firms to gather resources, transform them into goods or commodities, and finally, distribute them to consumers.
It is a series of links connecting the many places of production and distribution and resulting in a commodity that is then exchanged on the world market.
Hey losers, why is this relevant?
Well, I'll tell you why. The commodity chain is a fast and efficient way to get a lot of food to different people across the world. If we didn't have the commodity chain, we would have fallen into Thomas Malthus's theory long ago.
That's true. Also, if we didn't have the commodity chain, we would not have evolved as far in the demographic transition because we would still be using subsistence-intensive
We
farming.
came to Dan's to get a first-hand look on how they make bread here, and we also interviewed a couple of their employees about the commodity chain of bread. This stuff is good.
We're live here in Dan's, interviewing a bakery manager named Carol, and she's going to answer a few questions for us. All right, our first question is, if does a division of the Dan's company produce the wheat that they use for their local bread?
No, we do not.
All right. Does another company do that?
Yes,
All right. Do you know where that company's located?
I do not.
All right. What are the steps that you guys use to get the wheat and turn it into bread with flour and everything else?
Flour, we weigh the flour, yeast, water, salt, basically.
And you guys do that all in house?
We do.
Do that all in house. All right. And how long does that process take to make one?
Hour and a half,
An hour and a half.
2 hours,
All right. Do you know if the ingredients that you use are organic or all natural?
all natural.
Last question. So the ingredients and the products that you guys make, do you just sell that in Dan's or do you guys send them to other places and sell them there?
We just sell them in this store.
You just sell them in Dan's. Thank you very much.
There are many pros and cons of the commodity chain.
Some pros are how it is very efficient and very stable. It provides a lot of food to a lot of people on a very large scale.
Some cons would be it is very, very expensive to carry out these orders, and also it is very unhealthy in many cases, in which the food is processed, there's preservatives, there's all sorts of pesticides that they put on the food.
But some examples of the commodity chain would be
Eggs, for example, they start at the farm where they get hatched by chickens. Then they get shipped to factories where they are drenched in hot water to kill the pesticides and the germs off of them. Then the USDA inspects them and sees how good they are. After that, they get graded, and depending on how good they are, they get priced. After that, they get shipped to designated markets where they are bought by customers and eaten. Bloopers.
No! I wasn't done
You
yet!
said one.
Yeah, I go it, go!
2, 1.
Go!
I wasn't done yet.
I got that.
Some examples of the commodity chain would be
Eggs, for example, they start out at the farm where chickens are hatched. Then they get shipped to the factory where they are, at the factory, and then they get drenched in hot water to kill off all the bacteria off of them.